Good evening, everyone. This recording will be part of the continuation of our chapter one, which we discussed last Saturday. So, for those who are not around, this is a makeup makeup class, no, pre-recorded for your reference since I will not be around um this coming Saturday. So I recorded this video for your reference so that once that you are done with the background of the study, we can proceed with your um, significance of the study, scope of the study, and definition of terms. For the conceptual, theoretical, and your review of related literature, that will be um, on March 22, once I will come back from Thailand. So since we are done with the background of the study and with your statement of the problem, I know right now as you are watching the video, you are working on your background of the study, which will be submitted this March 15, no, this Saturday. So um before that, no, I'll be introducing the significance of the study, scope, and definition of terms. Now these three, it should be placed right after your hypothesis. For those who have comparative or correlational research, wherein like you are made to have inferential questions like significant difference or significant relationship, or you compare two variables, or for example you determine the relationship between two or three variables. So you are required to provide a statement of null hypothesis. So for now, since we don't know if we accept the oh no we fail to reject the null hypothesis or we reject the null hypothesis, that to be determined right after the data collection procedure, and then with the data analysis. Okay, so since we're not yet there, let us just assume that we fail to reject the null hypothesis, so we're just going to stick with null hypothesis first. Okay? So we already stated this one sa kato ang previous discussions, no? So for the SOP and hypothesis, once you are done with this, ditso na dayon ta sa significance of the study, scope, and definition. So muna tong buhaton. Bali, background of the study mo, and then followed by your statement. If you have inferential questions in your statement of the problem, you provide the statement of hypothesis. Then significance down to definition. Theoretical, conceptual, and review of related literature will be discussed March 22. Okay, so we will just skip with the conceptual framework. We will proceed with okay. We will proceed with the significance of the study first. Now, when you are going to make the significance of the study, you have to consider who are these following people who will benefit from the findings of your study. In my case, since my study or the nature of my study is more into the tourism industry, since my study, for example, is digital transformation of the hospitality industry or MICE tourism um, in San Carlos City, so it's anchored on the tourism industry. Therefore, I have to select who are those following people who will be able to implement the findings of the study. So number one, of course, no, it is pretty obvious that it's going to be the Department of Tourism, followed by hospitality industry employers, since my study is focused into the hospitality establishments, no, hotels, resorts. So ang mga employers and employees will also benefit from the findings of the study, as well as the guest and tourist, and then lastly is the future researchers or researcher. In your case, since sa education man mo nga field, we could start with the administration, like your principal or your academic coordinator, um, and then followed by teachers, then students, and then future researchers. If there is a possibility that the parents could be involved, but that's a case-to-case basis. Usually, dili naman kayo directly involved manggod ang parents, or directly what they call this, directly affected ang parents manggod, depending on the nature of your study. So in my case, when you're going to write the significance of the study, it should be arranged according to who will benefit the most down to the least. So for example, um, in here, no, I put the Department of Tourism officials first because I know right after my study they will utilize the data or the findings to help improve their tourism development plan. So with that, no, they can make better programs, they can make better intervention or action plans that could really help the tourism industry or the hospitality industry. In your case, you could put the administrators or the principals first, since hopefully, if they are cooperative and open-minded, they'll be able to utilize the findings of the study to make better programs for your school, and the rest will just follow. Syempre, it starts with the principal, then down to the teacher, then the students, and then the future researcher. Okay? So, kinsa man jud ang naay power to actually make use of your findings and make a developmental program or to make an action plan out of it. Diba? So, dili na siya pwedeng mo start with the teachers or with the students first. Kinsa man jud ang naay power to implement. Kinsa man jud ang nay power nga magamit jud ang findings to make a development plan. Okay? So that's what you should think of. So in my case, ang naa power and naa capacity to implement the recommendations or the findings of the study is ang Department of Tourism. So you're just going to state in your significance of the study in what way will they benefit. So for example, no, the study's data-driven findings may be used by the tourism officials to influence their decisions on the implementation and use of digital technologies in the hospitality sector. And then you could even add that it can be help them make better judgments. Actually, you can recycle this one, no? You can even state in on your end, principals or school administrators can even help no can even make use of the findings of the study to influence the decision making, to make better judgments. Okay, so you could write that. Pwede nimo na siya masulat. Okay, so pwede nimo siya masulat, pwede nimo siya ma-state dira nga the school administrators could make this, no, um could implement, no, or could utilize the findings of the study in order to help make better decisions, in order to make better judgments, to enhance the overall experience of the students and teachers. Pwede jud kaayo nimo na siya i-example. Okay, pwede mo nimo siya i-recycle, i-rephrase ang naka-state na nako diri, no, basta kuan lang siya, naka-focus lang siya sa academe. And then okay, with the hospitality industry employers, so sa ako ay skin size sunod, no, once nga ma-implement na siya sa those who are in charge, what will happen next sa inyo nga case, this could be like the teacher. So since naa may power or capacity ang administrator to implement or to make the findings as the basis to implement a development program or an intervention program, in what way pod maka-benefit si teachers. Okay, so let us continue. So for example, na teachers, in what way man sila maka-benefit, no? Teachers or ang students, in what way pod sila maka-benefit. So we have to state there explicitly, no? Unsa man ang impact sa findings of the study sa ilaha. How will they utilize it? Because once we write the recommendations in our chapter 3, we will go back to our significance of the study. Okay? So, mura na po ay call back ang ang significance of the study sa pagsulat sa recommendations. Next is, once you're done, like for example, you're done with the school administrators, you're done with the teachers, let's now proceed to researcher and future researchers. In what way man mo maka-benefit from the study? Okay, so in here, like for example, no, through conducting this type of study, the researcher may become an expert in their specific fields covered, so establishing themselves as an expert in the area within, and then insert your scope of this, the nature of your study. And then a future researchers is, actually you have to make sure na once you provide there under your significance of the study sa imuhang future researchers, state na nimo nga in what way man maka-benefit ang future researchers. Ibutang nimo dira nga maka-benefit sila kay tungod ma-add pa ilang knowledge, for example sa kana nga area sa research, or pwede po nimo ibutang dira nga pwede nila magamit, no? They might use your study as a basis for their research. So puhon kung mo graduate na mo, and then naanay mga new generations of masteral students nga maabot, so they can read your study, and they can read your study, no, and at the same time they can make that as a basis, no, they can make that as a basis for their own study. Okay, so yung ana na siya, no, maka-add og new information sa ilaha, deepen their knowledge, or dili lang siya ingon nga kanang mga master's students, kana pong mga co-teachers ninyo, no, nga ma-encourage pod sila to make or to explore further areas sa inyuhang research nga wala pa ninyo na encounter, sila mo padayon since himuon nila og basis ang imuha nga study. Okay, mo na siya. So that's significant. So again, it doesn't really matter kung tulo or upat ra ang mga number of people nga imuhang ma-discuss diri sa significance of the study nimo, as long as sila ra jud directly maka-benefit. Di na nato i-include ang DepEd, di na nato i-include ang parents if dili ra man di ay sila related sa imuhang nga study, kay ang ato ang main focus is kinsa jud ang directly affected, kinsa jud directly ang maka-benefit. Next, we have the scope of the study. So there are two types and how we can make the scope of the study. One, we could make the scope of the study in this case wherein it's more focused into the statistical treatment, or we could make a scope of the study in a more simpler way. This one is the more detailed version. Mo nang matingala mo nga no, duha ka buok samples ang ako ang gihatag sa inyo ha in this sample, because this one is the detailed one with the statistical treatment and methods, while the other one, no, katong MICE tourism nga scope of the study is more into a shortcut summarized version. So in here, ang imong i-discuss, ang scope of the study man good, it answers the who, what, where, and how. Okay, who are your respondents? What is the nature of your study? How means it answers the research design. What is your research design? Is it quantitative, descriptive? Is it correlational? Because you're trying to determine the relationship between two variables. Is it comparative? Is it descriptive? Because you're merely going to describe the phenomenon, you're just going to describe the level of proficiency, the level of reading comprehension, ing ana ra kung descriptive. Kung comparative, you're comparing two variables, di ba? Kung correlational, you're determining a relationship between two variables. Or it could be mixed method, no, because you also integrated qualitative research, no, kay na kay focus group discussions, or few lang imong participants because more into interviews ang imuhang data gathering. Okay, so you could write there, no, that's how. Where and when, so asa man na siya ang scope sa imong study, meaning asa ra yang limit, kanira ba siya nga certain district, kanira ba nga certain school, or kanira nga certain barangay. And then when, so pwede nato ibutang dira, no, from what year, like within this year ba nimo i-conduct ang study or next year. Okay, so para sa niya akong gibutang diri, descriptive correlational approach. This is the how, which is my research method, kay I'm also determining the relationship between digital transformation, service quality, and organizational culture. It's also descriptive because I am trying to determine the level of influence in digital transformation towards organizational culture and service quality. The when is the year 2024-2025. Where is all the hospitality industry in Negros Occidental, but to make it very specific, it should be accredited by the Department of Tourism. And the respondents are coming from the employees of the different hospitality establishments. Part of the how is also the statistical treatment. Like I make use of stratified random sampling to get the number of respondents, and then probability sampling to divide them in a fair way, no, by using um, multi-stage stratified random sampling. Okay, since I'll be getting different respondents from different municipalities and cities in Negros Occidental, and also I have to classify them according to type of establishment like hotels or resort, no? So manang ipa multi-stage na ko siya. Next part is also the how, like in what way will I collect the data? So through the researcher made questionnaire. No, dira na makita nga na ay 4 parts akong questionnaire and I explained it in full detail. I will not run through the detail piece by piece, no, because we haven't reached the the data gathering instrument yet. Wala pa man ta nakaabot sa to ang data gathering instrument nga paghimo, no, which is in our methodology sa chapter 2. So kung naa na siya, diri pa nato na ma-fill in sa to ang scope. Muna matingala mo nga, ma'am, di ko kabalo mabutang aning ubang parts, unsaon man ni nako. Well, dili pa man nato siya mabutangan since wala pa man ta dira, no, wala pa ta ka-determine pila atong respondents, kinsa ato ang possible respondents, and unsa ang ato ang questionnaire since napana sa methodology nato masulat. So for now, you can just leave this be, or just kanang ana lang na siya. So in my case, since human naman ko no naka chapter 1 to 3 naman ko, ang diri nako is nag-provide ko og detailed description of my questionnaire. My questionnaire or my survey has 4 parts. So each part gina-describe nako siya. Okay, kung what does it meant to measure, okay, and then part 1 ga consist siya of what questions, part 2 unsa siya nga mga type of questions ga consist of. Since wala pa man mo ani, you just have to place there nag-utilize siya mo og researcher made questionnaire or nag-utilize mo og standardized questionnaire. And then may statistical treatment na no nagamit ko og kuan. Okay. Nagamit ko statistical tool like descriptive and um, inferential analysis. So kani siya, this is the part na of our statistician. So since kuan man ako correlational, descriptive, so gamit ko descriptive statistics like frequency count, percentage, and mean. And then since napo ko inferential questions kay correlational pud akong study, nagamit ko og t-test, ANOVA, and persons R. So naay shorter version of the scope. You could go through this path. It's easier to write. Wait lang. Let me just... Wait, wala lagi siya din. Okay. Okay, wala siya din. Let me just open a new one. Okay, here na lang. Okay, this one is the shorter one. I'll show you the shorter one. So, ang shorter one is merely you're just going to discuss here your variables. So, for example, no, ang main focus sa study is kanisha, which is in my statement of the problem. I'm just going to measure the potentiality of San Carlos City as a MICE destination in terms of these 5 A's of tourism. So, manya ko ang basihan. Sorry, di na ko siya madrag. There's something wrong sa akong mouse. Okay, so ano na siya. And then, aside from that, I'm also going to measure the stakeholders' perceived demand. So, this part. Meaning, I want to know if unsa ang ilang mga gusto nga mais tourism facilities in terms of business, in terms of education, in terms of sports, in terms of arts and cultural. Then lastly, I want to also determine the challenges and opportunities of San Carlos City as a MICE destination. All of these things akong gi-mention are the variables nga ako ang gi-state sa akong statement of the problem. So you could write that no in your scope of the study if you want the shorter version. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me. Um, mas prefer man gud namo sa final paper unta ang katong detailed pero it's kind of complex, no? So, kuan siya, pwede ra ta mag-summarize lang for methods of research para dili kaayo siya kuan. Dili kaayo siya ay ana ka lisod sa inyo ha. Okay, next is ang respondent. So, the who, no? So, ang respondents ibutang ra dira kinsay mong possible respondents nga comprise og teachers ba, students, administrators, ibutang ra nimo na dira. And then how is ang researcher made questionnaire. So, sa kuha is researcher made questionnaire. Okay? Then ako ma-highlight na no kay something wrong sa kong mouse. Then next na we just remove the COVID-19. Wala naman siya ga-exist karon. So wala na siya sa scope. And then ang pinakalas nubo ra siya kay ni siya nga version. So the findings of the study will be utilized as a basis in formulating a development plan or an intervention program. So nga na ra siya. Okay? This is the shorter version. Let's now proceed to the definition of terms. Now, for the definition of terms, there are two ways. Okay, I'm just going to... This is the last part. Actually, dali ramang kaayon atong discussion. Ang paghimo na lang jud ang medyo ga-take og time. Ang pinaka-last is the definition of terms. So again, place Japan introductory statement. Ang definition of terms, you're going to pick out what are those following terms nga that are repetitively mentioned in your study. Kana ganing main siya nimo nga mga variables at the same time per minute na siya gina-mention because again, no, they are the variables that you want to measure in your study. And when we are going to define them, we're going to define them operationally and conceptually. Okay, for operational definition, we're going to define them how it was utilized in the study. Ang conceptual is we define them based on literature. So, for example, if I were going to define attractions, okay, from literature, no, or from the study of other researchers, okay. So, ang iyahang definition, okay, wait lang. Oh, ang iyang definition is it refers to a place, event, or entity that draws tourists to a destination, offering unique experiences, historical significance, and natural beauty. Very generic, no? Very general kay siya nga pagka-define. Mayon ganita o conceptually ha, this one, conceptually. We refer to literature. We refer to sources online. Okay, dili po siya ingon nga any website lang. Pwede siya like a research paper, no? So, for example, gi-define siya from the study of Brown nga ang attraction is a place, event, or entity that draws tourists to a destination, offering unique experiences, historical significance, and natural beauty. Mo na siya abi kong conceptual definition. Kung mag-operational ta, we define attraction as the natural, human-made tourist attractions within the vicinity of San Carlos City which are important in planning activities related to MICE. Very specific siya, si operational. Kasi operational definition, this one, we define our variables and terms on what is their role in the study or how they are utilized in the study. Muna siya dapat ang operational definition. So for example, sa ako ang study gin-appeal nako as variable ang attractions kay i-measure nako if daghan pag attractions sa San Carlos City nga pwede makater sa daghan nga mga tourist. And ang iyang role sa kuang research is this refers to natural and human-made tourist attractions sa San Carlos City, which is importante siya in planning activities to MICE. Now, when I define this, wala ko nagkuhag definition online. I define this on how I see this variable, on how it was utilized in the study, or on what is its role in the study. If I will define attractions conceptually, meaning based on references, based on literature, I will define attraction as a place, event, entity that draws tourists to a destination, offering unique experiences, according to the study of Brown. That's conceptual. Okay? Parse ani. Remove lang na to ha. Parehas ani. According to wait lang, tumurag. According to IGI Global, the hospitality comprises of business whose primary source of revenue is offering food and beverages. This is conceptual definition. Kung operational siya, in the study, this is described as the industry in Negros Occidental that includes companies that offer services for accommodation, food, entertainment, etc. So very specific, no? Because it states here it's very specific as an industry in Negros Occidental. For example, this is another conceptual definition. Sa conceptual definition, we define digital transformation as the integration of digital technology into every aspect of the company, according to Western Man and others in 2019. This is conceptual. For the operational definition, okay, in the study, it refers to the integration and utilization of digital technologies such as online booking systems, mobile applications, etc., which is specific only to Negros Occidental. Now, I also included here for the longer version of the definition of terms, we also define here in what way do we measure digital transformation. Given that digital transformation is one of my variables, for example, that is stated in my statement of the problem, how will I measure digital transformation? So I will measure them um, according to how the respondents will answer the questionnaire by 5. Strongly agree. If we interpret strongly agree, it interprets that the organization or the hotel has excellent cutting-edge technology, fosters a culture of shared digital practices, and extensive use of digital tools. If 4 gani as agree, it interprets as innovation is valued but not fully maximized. So, yung ana siya, no, medyo detailed siya. We cannot state this one in our definition of terms if wala pa tayo questionnaire. So, again, like our scope of the study, we cannot provide a definition here. Diring apart on how we measure our variables. Okay? This is the longer version. Naatay shorter version nga wala na to siya gibutang. Like for example, one of my variables in my other study, kay duha man ni ka-study akong gibasihan, no? In my other study class, like accessibility is one of my variables here. Wala na ko nagbutang nga accessibility is measured by 5. Strongly agree. Which refers to, mo ni mauna, wala na ako nagbutang ani. Ang shortened version is ako ra siyang gitagaan og specific meaning. So, accessibility means 2 central preconditions for MICE tourism in San Carlos City. So, very specific. Kay, mo man ni ang role ni accessibility sa ako ang study. It refers to the effort of making tourism destinations accessible and also transportation infrastructure. Okay. This is the shorter version. Meaning you will just define it operationally based on its role and how it was utilized in the study. Unlike dire, nga, aside from our conceptual definition, which is we get from resources, nag-state po ta diri, how do we measure our variable? So, syempre, one of my variables na po diri is organizational culture. In conceptual definition, this is how I define organizational culture according to Alveson and Svenningson silang study. Sa ako ang conceptual operational definition, ang role ni organizational culture is the shared standards, values, attitudes which are present in the hospitality industry in Negros Occidental. Okay. So, how do we measure organizational culture? In determining organizational culture, the respondents will answer the statement provided by answering 5 strongly agree, interprets as innovation is encouraged which leads to a progressive organizational culture. 4 interprets as the organization supports innovation but is not consistent. Okay? Hindi ako siya ma-highlight kay my mouse is okay. So yung ana no, naa siya integration of how do we measure our variables in the study as part of the definition of terms. This is the detailed version. This one is the shortened version of the operational definition. Just the specific meaning of its role and function, wala na siya how to measure. Kaya ang how to measure na siya diri no, very detailed ni siya. So again, depende na asa yung approach, basta it should be defined in a way nga masabtan jud siya nga at the same time na integrate ang conceptual and operational definition. So that would be all no for our definition of terms, conceptual, and scope of the study. So we start with significance, then next is the scope, and then last is the definition of terms. But again, we follow this one. Okay, significance, scope, definition of terms. So I provided you a sample sa itong Google Classroom. You just go there and check how it is done. So siya plus star. You have 2 choices for the pag-abot na gani sa kaning scope and definition of terms. You have 2 choices. You could go through the detailed way or you can go through the shortened way. As long as definition of terms ma-integrate ang both conceptual and operational definition. Please don't also forget to integrate, di ba, since we already cite sources in our definition of terms under conceptual, please ayaw mo kalimot og-integrate og reference list. Okay? Mabutang dito sa reference list kay para makabalo matrace na to asa ninyo gikuha ang inyong in-text citations. Labi na sa ato ang definition of terms, no? Kay gagamit man ta og reference atong definition of terms such as this one. Okay? So that would be all for my end. Very dali naman siya. Gi-shortcut ra nako siya. Unlike sa katong usual class na to sa Saturday, ga-expand siya up to 3 hours because gahatag pa ko further examples or gahatag pa ko or ga-answer ko sa yung mga questions. So mo na medyo taas jud siya. Okay? So since naklase naman ako siya, baliigo na lang nako ni siya gi-recap. So again, naklase na ni nako pag last Saturday pa jud nato nga klase, igo ra ko nag-recap ani. Okay, for your reference. Okay, that would be all everyone. Thank you.